bro. Well, now we're gonna move on to the main event.
Charlo and
bro,
Castano.
bro. What happened? How did you score this fight? Before I ain't even gonna say nothing yet. I want you to tell. What did you score this fight? How did you score it? Did you score the draw, or who did you have winning if you had a winner?
If I had to pick a winner, I would have picked Castano, but I wasn't mad at the draw. Only thing
Okay.
I was mad at was the score. The score ticket, what was it? 117, 111.
Yeah.
That's what fucks up the draws. Like when
Mm-hmm.
Triple G fought Canelo and they did that draw, and then once they scored at 118,
One 118 and 110.
yeah, they
Yeah,
scored at
something like
118,
that.
which a lot of people would
Yeah.
have been happy with the draw. But when you get a judge like that with a crazy ass card like that, it makes you mad at the draw. Like, nah, this is some fucking
Yes.
cheating shit. So at first, I was kind of mad at the draw decision because of that card. Then I thought about it. I'm like, if they would have scored it, like they would have scored it, had him winning by 1 point, 2 points, whatever. Not even 2 points, 1 point here, and then the other one had Castano winning 1 point. The other one with the draw, I'd have been happy with that. But when you
Yeah.
get cards like that, it's like, come on, man, y'all got to get it together. Y'all got to get y'all judges together.
You gotta get this right. This is the big one. Like my thing is, this is for all the belts at 154. You have to call this the right way, down the middle, the entire way.
And
You have to call it right.
another thing, because I'm a Charlo fan, right? But another thing I didn't like at the end about Charlo was when they asked him if he would give him a rematch, and he seemed like he didn't want to fight Castano again, and it seemed like to me because it was like I got to see what my manager says. Usually fighters be like, yeah, I'm down, I'll give him a rematch. Nah, he seemed like he was scared. He's like, I got to talk to my
Yeah.
manager, see who he wants me to fight. And I was just like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
come on, man, you supposed
Mm-hmm.
to take that
Do
because
you want to know why?
But
Do you want to know why?
you know why I gave it to Castano if I had to pick? Castano was tearing his body up and throwing
Yep. He
headshots.
was doing everything.
Charlo was barely throwing no body shots until like the last 3 rounds, but he did
Mm-hmm.
have a good comeback at the end when he started throwing
He
them
did.
things. He did hurt
Yes.
Castano a little bit.
And the 10th round, I think the 10th round to me is what swayed the judges to kind of make it closer and to make it more of that draw. For me, when I scored the fight, I had Castano winning the first round just based on activity. I had
Yeah,
Charlo winning the second round, easily winning the second round because that's when he caught him with that big left hook, and then
yeah.
he
At
start
the
chasing him around the
After the
ring,
second
hitting
round,
him with some good
I
shots.
thought that's when he's gonna come in throwing them things. I thought he was filling them up
Yes,
for the first round. Now he know what he gonna do. He gonna come in there. But when they
and
made
then
was
there's round three. I want to say maybe rounds 3 through 8 is I gave all to Castano because he was like you said he was lighting him up
yeah,
everywhere, and it was pressure. It was constant pressure.
he kept throwing him. Yeah, he kept throwing his back up against them ropes. He even caught him with that
Mm-hmm.
one body shot where I feel like if them ropes wasn't behind him, he would have hit.
That
He
was
would
a
have touched the
knockdown.
mat.
That
Yeah,
should have been a knockdown
yeah, he
because
would have touched the
and
mat. Them
that
ropes
should
saved
have
him.
been ruled a knockdown because they always say this is a rule in boxing. The ropes cannot hold you up. If you are going down, the ropes cannot protect you from going
His
down. That
his
should have been scored a knockdown.
When he hit it, his legs came back to life just before he went the whole way down. Because if those ropes wasn't behind
Man,
him, he wouldn't have had no. His balance was off. He would have went down.
this is why. This is why I mean, and I was fucking around talking shit. Listen, these young men, the Charlo brothers, they're not bums per se.
Yeah,
But this is why me personally, I don't like them. Because when I look at both of their records, not just Jamel, you know what I mean? I hold both of them accountable.
mm-hmm.
When I look at y'all records and the people you guys have fought, to be barking like that, you haven't beat nobody on that level to be barking like that.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
that's what I
then,
keep telling.
and then with Jamel, you already lost once. You know what I mean? You rectified that loss.
I don't
But
know. I
this is
think
a different
that
animal.
that loss he caught though. I think they played him. I think he won that month. I think he won that match. But they were both fighting on
I
the.
personally felt
They were
like he
both
did
fighting on the
lose.
same card. I feel like they gave him the loss because him and his brother were both fighting on the same card. They didn't want them both to come out winners.
I felt like from how I scored the fight, I gave it to Harrison just based on especially jab output. That boy's jab was there the whole night, and I felt like Charlo didn't do enough. I was like, yo, I'm like the opportunities are there. Like in the
Yeah.
second fight, how he took his opportunities and he got him up out of there. I said, now see, if you just would have did that in the first fight, you wouldn't have had this problem again.
That's what happens when you got a
I
lot of mouth. You expect a lot from a fighter. That's what they don't get. They start talking
yes,
crazy. You gonna expect a
exactly.
lot from you, and then y'all can't hold your tongue, and
And
shit like last night's happened.
this the last two fights that they both fought. Last night with Jamel fighting Castano, and with Jamal fighting the one Mexican boy he fought. Now, mind you, as we know, that boy, the last boy that Jamal fought, nobody really knew who he was.
Yeah,
But both of these boys put that Mexican style pressure on him,
yeah,
on
they
both of them.
definitely
You know
did.
what I mean? And this is why I say they both say, "Oh, eventually we both want Canelo." You don't want Canelo.
Nah,
You don't
yeah,
want
even
this. You do
um,
not want this because you both. I see in them both. They do not like pressure. They don't like somebody being
so
in their face.
what I was just reading was his brother. He said, "I'll fight." He said his brother said, "I'll fight Triple G to earn my Canelo fight." And I was thinking about that. I was like, "Man, you don't want that neither."
You don't want that. You don't even at third. Well, GGG is what 38, 39 now.
I still think they don't got what it takes to beat Triple G.
I want to say maybe even skill wise, no, but I would say if they would implement the game, if Jamal anyway, because he's at 160,
Yeah,
Jamal's at 160. So what I would do, I would implement the game plan that Canelo did in his second fight, and that's throw more body shots because he's older. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And as we know this, you
His
can't escape father time,
Yeah, and then Triple G can take some motherfucking shots to the head. You gonna
and
have to
he
break him
can.
down
You're
because
gonna have to
Canelo.
break him down.
Yeah, when him and Canelo was fighting, those were some of the craziest punches I ever seen. Like, yo, these motherfuckers got some hard ass chins because they both get hit.
Yes.
Ain't none of them going. These is hits motherfuckers supposed to be hitting the ground from. These motherfuckers just keep on going.
That's a fact. Yeah, you got those. That's world class training right there. That's
Yeah,
what they call world class chin. They train themselves to take them shots like that. But that's why I'm saying for me, for both Charlo brothers, I look at them and I'm like, one, your resume is thin, especially in terms of top
top fighters.
opposition,
Yeah,
top fighters, and then on top of that, these guys who you are fighting are starting to figure you out a little bit, and the key is pressure. Y'all do not like somebody being in your face, somebody being in your chest, somebody who's hitting you everywhere in the body, uppercuts, everything. They do not like it.
yeah.
They want somebody who's just gonna let them be them. You know what I mean? Be flashy, flash that power, stand right in front of me and let you hit me.
Yeah, because Castano, I didn't know he had that much power. That motherfucker was punching the shit out of Charlo yesterday. But that's the thing
Yeah, he
about the
was.
Charlo twins too. When the Charlos fight and they throw them punches, you can hear them punches hit over the crowd. So when I heard Castano hitting that motherfucker when he was catching him, I was like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers gonna go at it. But the way it went, I didn't expect it to go like that. I didn't think he was gonna have Charlo back up against the ropes that whole time. That motherfucker had Charlo up against the ropes like the first 6 rounds. Then even
Yeah,
after
bro, he
that,
was putting
Charlo
it
showing
on
his
him.
skate. He made
I had
Charlo use
Castano
his
winning
feet.
this fight.
You had Castano winning?
I had Castano winning this fight.
I had Charlo winning.
I had Castano winning. Give me 1 second.
You mean before the fight? You stink.
Yep.
You mean before the fight you had Castano winning?
Yep.
Yo, can you hear me? Yo. Can you hear me?
Let me go grab my other headset. We're gonna go on a break real quick.
All right, cool. Go get your diaper changed. Stink. All good?
All right. Yeah, now we good.
All right.
Yeah. My bad about that. Shit was acting a little funny over here with this
It's all
internet. I think
good.
this new box, you know what I mean, trying to get used to everything over here.
Yeah, so
Shit, done told me something went wrong. I had to re-enter the broadcast and everything. I'm like, oh man, y'all playing with me. Come
I was
on,
wondering, I was
man.
like, damn, I've been in the
They
guest
trying to
room
knock
for a
my
minute.
ass out the stream. Shit. They trying to put me to bed. Shit. But yeah, bro, like I just feel like for me, I gave Castano this fight just based on pressure, activity. He did more. Charlo made a good acquittal for himself, especially at the end. That's why I feel like what pulled him towards getting that draw, that big 10th round, because you could have scored that round 10-8.
I feel like he should have kept coming hard after that. Because you could see Castano, he was losing
He
his
was getting
feet.
tired.
He was losing his legs after that, and Charlo didn't put in like he was supposed to after that because I feel like he could have put him down, but he didn't put enough pressure on him. If he would have put more pressure on him, it might have went a different way. But I'm not mad at the draw, but I would have probably gave it to Castano too. The only reason, like I said, the only reason I was mad at the draw is because of the cards, because of that middle card. That middle card was bullshit.
That was too far of a gap.
Yeah, there's no way in hell you got Charlo winning nine rounds. That's crazy. You can watch that shit.
No
10
way.
and I still want to see it.
No way. Well, that was Al Heyman, man. And this is what we know about boxing.
Yeah, it's the
They
same
gonna
thing.
set. Well, now Charlo talking about his manager.
Yeah, he gonna say, I gotta see what my manager say.
Well, you know his manager gonna say, bro, this is money now.
Yeah,
this is money because now everybody's gonna want to see this fight again.
Yeah, I definitely do.
I do.
Yeah.
And if he's smart, he better take this. But I think, like I said, that pressure, he's scared of that pressure. You know what I mean? I don't think he liked that pressure. That's why he said what he said. All that barking and all that shit that him and his brother usually talk. He ain't sound so sure of himself after the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, he tried to lie. He tried to say, yeah, I think I won that. No, you didn't, motherfucker. You don't damn well you won that shit.
Hell no. Hell no. He don't think he won that. He lying to himself.
He didn't even say it with confidence. He was just like, yeah, I think I won that. Like, motherfucker, you at home.
You know he didn't win.
You was at home. You was in Texas, man. That's where you from. You was supposed to put in work out there. You supposed to. That's the only thing. They both had their.
This is the problems. This is the problems with guys like him and his brother. And they say they want that type of fight. You really don't want that type of fight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
he thought that was gonna be a.
They want somebody who's gonna be he want a walkthrough. That's what they want. They want walkthroughs. That's why their resume is what their resume is. You know what I mean? Like they ain't like Spence, who has fought top guys. You know what I mean? They haven't fought nobodies. Exactly. And then when you fight somebody who's actually a lot better than what you thought, you know what I mean? This is the type of problems you can run into.
Yeah.
This is definitely the type of problems. But you got to make this fight because there's still no undisputed champion.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's really nobody worth money. No, he's not going to make, and that's the best money he's going to make is off of a Castano too.